next big holiday is dads and grads. We got Father's Day and we got people graduating from college. So this presents a nice opportunity for the politicians to go speak at a university that gives them the most donations. I'm sorry, no, scratch that. This gives them the opportunity to speak at someone who will pay them the most for speaking fees. Oh, no. This will give them the opportunity to speak at colleges where they will have the best opportunity to speak to the leaders of the future. Biden was at Delaware. He is a longtime resident of Delaware, so of course he was speaking at the University of Delaware, and he gave a commencement speech that kind of went a little something like this.
And I thought, you can bury hate. You can wipe it out. But I learned a lesson. You can't eliminate hate. It only hides when it's defeated. But when the prominent leaders breathe oxygen under the rocks it's hiding in, it takes on a new life. It comes roaring back out in ways I must tell you I never thought would happen. Because I got in politics sitting where you're sitting because of civil rights in Delaware.
Okay, so I didn't really understand what he was saying. There was a little bit of mumbling, a little bit of whispering, looking off into vague directions, and then screaming. So I'm not sure what he was trying to do. But listen, there are 1,000 translation programs out there. And, I think everyone would agree that the Google Translate is probably the best. It's the easiest to use. It's pretty accurate. So I put this speech into Google Translator, and I found English to French and German and Dutch and Swahili. I couldn't find any options for deranged lunatic warmonger. It just couldn't figure out what he was saying. I think for a minute there he was yelling about putting oxygen under a rock. So let's see if he clears this up. Maybe he goes, well, here's what I really meant. Let's see if he does that.
And then nearly 4 years later, a mob of insurrectionists stormed the Capitol.
Oh, we're going with the mob of insurrectionists that storms the Capitol. My guess is he's talking about January 6th. I think that's the event where a handful of people walked into the Capitol building after being escorted in by the Capitol Police. Maybe I'm confused. Hang on, let's give him a chance.
Citadel democracy. Imagine what you'd be thinking today if you had heard this morning before you got here that a group of 1,000 people broke down the doors of the Parliament of Great Britain, killed 2 police officers.
Wait. What does this have to do with the Parliament of Great Britain and killing 2 police officers? When did 2 police officers die? Well, this better get interesting.
Smashed and ransacked the office of members of the British Parliament or any other. What would you think? What would you think?
More yelling? Seems kind of pointless. Well, that was a weird clip. I gotta tell you, yelling, mumbling, whispering, British Parliament killed 2 cops. I'm going to speculate he was talking about the January 6th. He calls it an insurrection. It was a couple of people that got into the Capitol building. Okay, everyone has opinions on that. That's not a problem. I am not going to tell you what my opinion was on that incident. Okay? Some people did walk into the Capitol building. And there is clear video evidence that several of the Capitol Police held the door open for them, and they came into a public building. Now, you may have seen some information about how this was an insurrection. They were trying to overthrow the government. And then if you dig a little further, you might see that most of the people that were held on these charges were eventually never actually charged with a crime and or released, because all of the video evidence kind of made it seem like not an insurrection, but that's for another time. He also referred to 2 dead cops. I'm guessing he was referring to Officer Sicknick, who died at home from natural causes not related to anything that happened on January 6th. Now, this would be called fake news, or disinformation, or wait, what's that other word? It's an old-fashioned term. It's not used anymore. Oh, lying. He would be lying. What we're talking about today is this is a person who was giving a speech at a university. I have no idea what most of the words he said were. He is a whispering, mumbling, screaming lunatic. Now, I did not have fond appreciation for Obama, but he did give a good speech. You gotta call it out. You gotta call a win when it's a win. Obama was a good speaker. He got people motivated. I thought his policies were garbage, but he was a clear, charismatic speaker. Okay, yeah, I can't argue with that. It's a fact. He was great at speaking. He was great at motivating people. What the fuck is this guy doing? Breathing under rocks for hate and nonsense? Holy crap. I do feel bad for one person here. Okay, I kind of feel a little bit bad for the people he was speaking to, because they must be going, yeesh, what is this? But that sign language interpreter off to the side, whew, she's probably looking at herself going, I've made bad choices in my life. I'm interpreting for this monkey brain? Ugh, that's a rough one. So anyway, hey, congratulations to the dads and grads. You've got this guy. Best of luck. I'm not sure how old you are. I don't know how many presidential speeches you've listened to throughout the course of your lifetime. I can remember lots of them. Do you ever remember anyone speaking like this? This is the leader of our country? You've got to be kidding me. This is who we got. Okay, listen, man. A lot of you might have hated Trump. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't incompetent. You might have disagreed with him, but this guy? Come on. All right, I'm out. You process this however you want that makes you feel good. Go subscribe on the way out and then get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow.